You also write about how, oftentimes sexuality is just treated as and viewed through the lens of pleasure, that it's just about the physical pleasure side of it, that that's the first and only end. Can you talk about that lie and mistake that we hear?
I think it is maybe the biggest problem in our culture today. I think that it's what fuels abortion culture. I think that it's what leads to all this confusion about what marriage really is, and it is a direct fruit of the contraceptive mentality. It's this idea that human sexuality is only about, maybe bonding between couples, or that, sexuality is only for pleasure, and that, oh yeah, that baby's thing, that's just a, completely optional thing. And when you think about it from that perspective, I don't think it's so crazy, that gay people would say like, oh, well, if this is only something that people do for fun, that's just about pleasure, that's what we do. What's the difference? And I think that so much of the deep, deep confusion in our culture is rooted in this very grave mistaken idea.
And you speak about, too, how it just tears apart the woman's self-image. We're making her into an object and the man into an object as well with the use of contraception. Can you talk about that, the effect you've seen on women's self-image?
Well, I think if anyone would like to see the effects of how this impacts women, just check out the magazine stand at your grocery store. If I was shopping the other day, and I was looking at the covers of these women's magazines, and I don't think there was a single one that didn't have some sort of, tips for how to, in so many words, I don't want to repeat it, but in so many words, it was how to turn yourself into an object. And, look at it, you'll see it. And you see women who more and more, just the bar is getting higher and higher. You've got to look young and perfect, and you've got to have plastic surgery. And I think that this is a direct fruit of this worldview that says that human sexuality is only about pleasure, because then the message that women get is, you're an object, it turns both men and women into objects of pleasure.
You're only valued as how good you look, how young you are, and we hear this on Life on the Rock, week after week, on the chastity shows especially, that people are looking for real love, fulfilling love. That contraceptive type love is not what our hearts really. We want that permanent, lasting, life-giving love, right? That endures.
I think the problem is that kind of love, it does come with the cross, like any kind of real love and real joy. And I think that the lure of contraception is that it says no crosses. You can just not have any problems, and it'll be all easy, and you'll have complete control. And I think that that's where the message is. I think that's the message that really lures people.